All right, we are live. Brian, my good friend, I'm happy to have you on my weekly football show. My friend Jersey T couldn't join me today, but there's no one else I would want besides you. So, Brian, thank you for being here.
No, I'm really glad I could fill in on short notice. Usually at this time, I'm sitting at my office, like looking at the clock, ready to go. So to be podcasting and talking NFL bets and spreads with you is a lot better. I would definitely say would be a lot more fun. Nice way to end the day.
So you got off early today? Or didn't go in at all.
No, my bosses were working from home, so I was the only one at the office. I can go, but 5 o'clock, it's over now, so the day's over. No problem at all.
No problem.
Are you enjoying the Shriners shirts?
I'm enjoying the Shriners. I wish Victor and Mito could have made a few more birdies, but like we're looking okay to start. You can't overreact on a Thursday. I think we'll both be all
Cannot
right.
overreact on a. I totally agree. Cannot overreact on a
Yeah.
Thursday. You just gotta wait to see what happens. It always goes the way you don't expect it to. So who really knows? Truly.
Yeah, let me just retweet this YouTube link out and then we'll get started.
I'm very excited. We got
Yankee,
an
let me
excellent
see.
slate this week. Very much looking forward to it.
All right, so let's start talking some football. All right, let's talk about last week a little bit. I know how because we talked before week 4 on your show. How did you end up doing last week?
No, it was a bad week. I think we got a little too teaser happy. I think we got a
Yeah.
little
Oh,
too teaser happy.
that's the
I
best
think
way to
that
put it.
the 7 point teasers were hitting so easily to start the season. It was bound to regress, and we just really picked the wrong games to tease. So I mean, when I have the Saints in 3 teasers, like yeah, I'm not gonna go up money. But some of my other
Yeah.
games were fine. So I think if you can never have too much exposure to one single game is really what I learned from last week.
That was exactly what I was going to say. I was going to say I ended up having a down week, but my picks in like total were not bad by any means. I was just overexposed to two specific teams, or honestly, mainly the Titans. I was overexposed to the Titans, and they cost me, which I knew what I was risking going into it. I did not think they would lose to the Jets. I'll be honest, and it happened, and I was overexposed, and we had a down week, but it is what it is. We have to move on to make more money
Yeah, we're
this
gonna
next
we're
week.
gonna learn from our mistakes and
Yeah,
just move forward. And we were
but
both very high on fading two teams that looked really bad, but in the NFL, you're never as bad as your worst game. And sometimes the recency bias and what you saw on TV last week changes your perception when you should take a more neutral approach to it. So we had a little down week, but we're gonna move forward and definitely make some profit this week.
yeah,
I'm sure of it.
I think we both had some really good analyzation of the games last week, but we just were overexposed. So we'll move on.
Yeah,
That was our week
yeah.
4. We'll move on to tonight's game. We have the Rams off of a loss, heading to Seattle Thursday night football, color rush game. Maybe the Seahawks are all green. I hope they don't. I hate those uniforms, but they might. What do you see in this game?
So I'm so excited for this game. Last two Thursday
So
night games have
excited,
been
so excited.
absolute shit, like absolute shit, horrible teams. And now we're getting like two powerhouse, really good football teams. Rams, one of the hottest teams in the NFL, coming off a loss last week to the Cardinals. The spread, everyone's on the Rams. I think that you look at this game, you see the Rams laying 2 off a loss. They didn't cover last week. They're a very talented team. I think they cover the number. I think that's what people are betting. But I'm more interested in the total. I'm betting the over
Yeah,
tonight. Over, over,
yeah,
over. Love the over tonight.
yeah. I mean this. I mean, 20, what was it, 27-27 will cash this over. I I personally don't bet a lot of totals. I'm not the best at it, so I'm not gonna bet something I'm not great at. But yeah, I also like the Rams. I took them money line like the first like Monday as soon as it came out. I think I got like -125, -130. So I think it's gonna be a close game though. But I think down the end the Rams will take it. I think the Rams are the best team in the NFC. I thought that from the beginning. They had a bad week, but like we talked about last week, I thought the Rams beating the Bucks at home was their Super Bowl, and they had a bad spot, and it was a bad spot. That's why I picked the Cardinals last week, and it all makes sense. So I think the Rams are gonna be back to rebound. I think they get it done in Seattle tonight.
Yeah, no, I think I'm honestly just gonna lay off the spread tonight because I'm confident in the
Take
total.
the
And
over.
then sometimes I'm just taking the over. I'm sticking with it. But I think Rams money line, you don't have to worry about any numbers. They just have to win the game. And so rarely in the NFL do you get just a pure money line at even
Right.
odds. So I think Rams money line is the way to go. And I like that bet. But I do think they win. I think off not covering and off a loss to the Cardinals team, it's a perfect bounce back spot. So I definitely favor the Rams in the spread, and I love the over.
All right. We'll move on to the next game. We have the first London game of the season, and who else would be playing in London besides the Jets and the Falcons? This game is in Tottenham Stadium. Yeah, there's not much to talk about this game. It's a 45.5-point total. Falcons are 3-point favorites. I wouldn't be surprised if either team wins by any number, honestly.
Yeah,
Like,
this
is
is a very stinky game with two bad teams.
Yeah.
Honestly, again, news comes out against the team the Jets playing that their best players aren't playing. So Ridley's out for the Falcons. The Jets, I think people are starting to believe a little bit in their defense and believe a little bit in Zach Wilson here. So I think the Jets could get a little bit hot. And if they're going to beat any team, it definitely could be the Falcons. I like the Jets laying the points. Usually it would be a letdown spot, a bad team off a good win. But I think I definitely favor the Jets spread here. And I think their defense is legit. And I think Zach Wilson gained a little bit of confidence last week. And I think they cover the number and even win.
Yeah, well, Zach Wilson, the first 3 weeks, he played Vic Fangio and Bill Belichick, two of the greatest defensive minds and of our generation. And he played horrible. He's only going to start playing better. He showed it a little bit last week. He's playing a bad Falcons team. I think they could do well. The Jets defense is not even like showing that they're good. They are good. Like, then they showed it last year that they could play. And now with Salah and I think Marcus May might still be out though, but they're overall solid defense. And I think the Jets will win this game outright. I actually teased the Jets in a 6-point teaser to I think I got it at like 6.5 because I think I got it when it was -2.5. So I got him plus 8.5. I think this game is going to be close, but I will I'll take the points there. Yeah.
All right. So you're teasing the Jets. Teasing the Jets. I like it.
Yeah,
that's good.
Teasing the Jets. Eagles at the Panthers. Again, I'm a Panthers fan. I'm not feeling too hot about this game. I like the Eagles. Like I said last week, I feel like they ran into a buzzsaw with the Chiefs. Like they hung around the first half and then just couldn't hang with the Chiefs. But I'm not super low on the Eagles. I think the Eagles are a decent football team with a lot of talent. And I'm scared for my Panthers.
Yeah, I really trust your take on it. Obviously, you're a Panthers fan, so I think that definitely influences things. But I think the Eagles are a team in the NFL that a lot of people are expecting to turn around, and they're expecting them to start playing better with the talent they have on their team, and they really just haven't shown it this year yet. So I think people are pretty high on the Eagles, thinking that they're going to be able to turn it around. But my question to you would be, does Christian McCaffrey playing or not affect your bet in this game? Because Christian McCaffrey, we're not talking fantasy or anything, but he's such a weapon and obviously one of the most valuable players in the NFL. If he plays or doesn't play, I think that kind of affects the bet.
Huge. And I'm waiting to see. I got a notification on my phone because I got like the Panthers notifications, obviously, that he's hoping to play. He's been practicing and he's hoping to play. He's not definite or indefinite yet, but if he's out, I'm definitely either betting the Eagles or getting them through 10, like as soon as I can. But if I with McCaffrey, he's so dynamic. If he's in the game on the field, he opens up everything. He'll opens up DJ Moore over the seam. He'll open up Robbie Anderson. He'll open up everything if he's just on the field. So he's huge, and I'm gonna wait. That's why I didn't touch this game yet. I'm waiting to see the McCaffrey news. I probably, even if he is in, I won't probably be betting the Panthers. It'll be Eagles or nothing for me. So yeah, I don't really love anything here besides if McCaffrey's out, I will be buying some points with the Eagles, get him through 7 to 10.
No, I like that. That makes a lot of sense to me.
All right, we'll move on to the next game. A little bit shorter of a line than I would have thought. Packers, who are showing everyone thought they're showing them that. And the Bengals won 2 games. I know it's in Cincinnati, but -3 seems a little bit low. How do you feel the same way?
Yeah, I think that this is a spread. You're an average football guy. This is a spread that jumps out to you. I think most people see the Packers laying 3 against this Bengals team who's been absolutely terrible for the 21st century and hasn't been that good, but had a very nice comeback Thursday night win last week. So I think that from a pure, sharp thinking about it and not trying to be square, I think you take the Bengals because sometimes when the line seems off, it's off for a reason.
Right.
But I think the Packers are a team. There are still a lot of question marks about how good they actually are. They had that good win against the 49ers, and then they beat, the Steelers pretty handedly, and Steelers are definitely a contender for one of the most disappointing, worst teams in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
So this is probably a game. If the line seems fishy, I'm probably going to stay away from it, but I definitely lean the Bengals from a pure Vegas number, trying to be sharp about it and not seeing the most obvious thing on the board because I think the Packers -3 are the most obvious bet.
Right. And yeah, I didn't lay the 3. I actually think the Packers are going to win this game, like last drive, Aaron Rodgers, Mason Crosby game-winning field goal type thing. I parlayed them with the New England Patriots, who are at the Texans. I got plus money on that, so I'll take my chances with the plus money Packers in Cincinnati. I'm not saying it's the best bet ever, but I'll take my chances if I can get them over plus money because I really think New England will handle the Texans, especially after last week.
Certainly.
All right, we'll move on
I think that makes a lot of sense.
This is the next game, actually. Patriots 8.5-point favorites at the Texans. We're not sure if Tyrod Taylor is playing or not. I don't think he will, but I'm hearing that he might. Super low total, one of the lowest of the seasons, which for a good reason. Patriots off of a very, very emotional game against Tampa Bay. Head to Houston. Anything you like here?
This is just a perfect teaser spot. Like, it just feels like the most perfect teaser spot. You tease the Pats down, get them at like 1.5. They basically just have to beat the Texans, who I don't know if they've scored a point in the last 2 games. Yeah. Obviously, they played good teams, but I mean, this backup for the Titans is just absolutely horrible. I'm going to say we tease the Patriots down. Yeah, that seems to be the play, in my opinion. And obviously, the under makes a lot of sense, but it's super low for a reason. It's super the lowest low. Total. It's the lowest total of the season so far. It has to be. So I think the under makes sense because I genuinely don't think the Texans can score points. And I don't really see the Patriots scoring 40. So maybe a little same game teaser, which I don't love. Tease the Pats down, tease the under up. I like that. I like that play.
No, I do like that. I'm actually like a fan of same game teasers, but I do them a lot more on standalone games, more like Monday night, like primetime games. Especially if I like to tease a team, like a +2 team up, especially if they're at home. But I was going to do that tonight with the Seahawks, but I really like the Rams, so I'd rather have the Rams than
and you have the money line, so I say just stick with the Rams.
Yeah,
this is what we're talking about. Again, I run into it all the time, and I'm not like the greatest gambler in the world, but you're just betting to bet when in reality you should just have your pick and just take it and not try to have a bunch of action on a game if you genuinely want to win money in the long term, which is obviously what we're trying to do. So I'm fine with just riding our bets for Thursday night.
All right, we'll move on to the next game. Titans, the very injured Titans, off of a horrible loss, head to the mess in Jacksonville with Urban Meyer, with their whole franchise. This game is wild. But I think the Titans should roll them, even though they're so hurt off of that bad loss. Because who knows what the Jaguars are like if Urban Meyer is going to last. How many more weeks do you think he's going to last? I give it by Thanksgiving, maybe. I think they're done.
I don't know. The situation's pretty wild, honestly. Is the line really 4?
What are you seeing?
No, I'm looking. Let me see right now. I'm on. 4.5. And
I got these off DraftKings.
Yeah, no, it's 4. No, it's 4.5. I mean, it's there, and the Jags are juiced up.
What?
So I'm a little confused here. So so I saw a trend where teams that didn't cover last week versus teams that did cover last week were like 20-6 against the spread. This fits that perfectly. So throw out all the Urban Meyer stuff, throw out how horrible the Jags are. I think I'm taking the Titans, honestly, because I like that trend. I like teams coming off an against the spread loss against a team that covered. They covered on Thursday night late. So I'm taking the Titans here.
Yeah, and I haven't got there with the spread yet, but I probably will just based off pure talent, and the Titans are a better, objectively better football team than the Jaguars. I did actually take them with Tampa Bay, I think, in a money line parlay of like minus 120, something like that. But yeah, the only thing that I'm worried about is the Titans injury report came out and it was like a book. It was so many guys who were hurt, but I'm not sure who is going to play and who won't play. So I'll wait to get to like the spread probably by like Saturday or Sunday when like more is known. It's still early in the week. So I mean, not early in the week, or 3 more days, but we still got time. So I'm going to wait on this one and see, but I definitely would lean Titans. I don't love the Jaguars. Yeah, I think they're a mess. I think Urban's going to be gone soon because he just can't handle being an NFL coach. Like I said from the beginning when he got hired, I don't know why they hired him, but it is what it is. All right, we'll move on to the next game. Denver Broncos, 1-point road underdogs at Pittsburgh Steelers. Another really, really low total. Broncos coming off a loss against the Ravens team where they were favored, and the Steelers are still a mess. What do you like here?
I don't know. We were right on with the Ravens last week and fading the Broncos.
Yeah, it was easy.
So that was a pretty easy bet there. Another short line. I like the Broncos. I like the Broncos. I like the Broncos money line. I just like that bet. I think not having to worry about the spread, and this is when it's basically a 1-point spread. You pick the better team. You pick the better team when there's no spread, and they don't have to cover any number. Who can you picture winning this game? The Broncos showed some early season success, and I think that carries over a little bit. I know they regressed a little bit, but I do like Broncos money line here. I think it makes a lot of sense, and I will be betting it.
So I'm going to be on the other side of you here.
Okay.
I like the Steelers here which is good. I like the Steelers here because what the Packers did last week with TJ Watt was something I have never seen before. They maybe he was injured, maybe they schematically got him, but he was basically a non-factor. And I don't know if you remember me saying it last week, but the Steelers go how TJ Watt goes. If he can disrupt for that really talented secondary, they'll make crazy plays. And he wasn't that guy. I don't think the Broncos offensive line are going to handle him like Green Bay did. So I think TJ Watt becomes a factor again. They're back home, and this is like now or never for Ben because he's been, which I don't think I think his time is done, but I think it's now or never. As in, like I got to go make something happen now. Like let's prove it. Let's win a game against an okay Broncos team. So I think the Steelers get it done at home. I already took them at money line minus 110. It was a pick 'em. So yeah, I'm going to be on the Steelers this week.
No, I think it's a perfect buy low spot for the Steelers.
Yeah.
I think it makes a lot of sense. So I've all power to you. I think that's fine play.
Yeah. Either way, like this is obviously a -1 spread for a reason. No one's going to be surprised if either one of these teams won. You're on the Broncos. I'm on the Steelers. We'll check back on this Sunday. See. We'll tweet out whoever won. Okay.
Well, do you got anything? Not to change the subject. You got anything in this baseball game?
I look at my hat.
You got the White Sox?
Yeah, I have the White Sox plus 120.
Yeah, they're down 3-0.
Yeah, I see it. It's right on TV. I know. That's all right. I had a good baseball season. I don't care if I lose. All right. Saints minus 2.5. Are you watching the baseball game too?
No. I was just looking at the score.
You don't have anything?
No, I didn't bet. I literally didn't even know that it was on, honestly. I knew it was on, but I didn't think it was that early.
Okay. All right. Saints, 2.5-point favorites on the road in Washington. I don't know what to make of the Saints team, to be honest. I really
no
don't.
identity. We
were
no
so
identity.
high. We were both high on them last week. We were like Saints back home after being on the road for 3 years, and then they just got lost to the Giants and showed nothing.
Yeah. No, I actually have the perfect bet for this game.
I don't know.
I love the over. Love the
He's
over
the
here.
football team.
No, I
Because both of
just
these
like.
teams. Yeah.
No, I think the over
All
is a
right.
play. I'm not
I
touching
might
the
take
spread.
that with you.
Okay, it's at 43. I think it's
I might take
probably.
that with you.
I really like this over. I think when the Saints and the Redskins, the football team, play bad teams, they put up a lot of points for whatever reason. They've both done that this season. I think these are absolutely horrible defenses and like half decent offenses. I think when you have two bad defenses, when the Giants put up a bunch of points on you and the football team's getting a lot of points, I love the over. Actually, one of my favorite plays of the week, my friend Ian, who I golf with, he's on it as well. I put it in right now.
You mean the Ian?
Ian, yeah, he has his podcast. The Canadian Ian, yeah.
I actually might be on that with you because
I'm putting
like
it in
I don't
literally
know.
right now. Right now.
500?
Max play, 5 units, $5,000.
You heard it here. Yeah, that's really all we have to say about that game because fuck these teams. Like I just don't know what to make of them. And both of these defenses were supposed to be great, and they're just not good. Yeah. All right, whatever. All right, Lions, frisky Lions at the Vikings -10. I didn't bet it yet, but I think they're going to cover, and they might be a money line parlay. A money line special. The Lions. I think they can win this game.
Little plus money alert here.
Oh, last week I tweeted. Should I bet an 85-1 lotto parlay? And I got a few likes. My friend Jersey T was like, "Yeah, let's do it." I'm gonna send you what it was right now. Detroit, Indianapolis, Arizona, Seattle, Baltimore, Cleveland. It was 85-1 on a local. It was 130 on like a regular book. Detroit lost. All the other legs won, and but Detroit was the first leg, so I didn't really pay attention. But like 5 out of 6 won, and one. But I'm gonna do it again, and the Lions will be in it.
All right,
the Lions will be in it.
Yeah, totally. I think that's a great play. I think parlays are really good for the bankroll.
No, I'm not gonna like make a full thing. Literally like a lotto parlay, just like
just a little fun.
Yeah, but all right, Lions, they're frisky. They've been in almost every game they played this year. They keep playing for Dan Campbell, which is awesome. I think he might be a great coach. The Vikings are 1-3. They let the Browns play horrible and still win. The Browns played horrible last week, and I don't even like the Browns. They played horrible last week, and they couldn't do anything. They lost 14-7 at home, I think, to the Browns. I don't know why they're 10-point. I do know why they're 10-point favorites, but I don't think they should be 10-point favorites. I think the Lions cover this game. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree with you. I'm going to take the Lions here. I think divisional games, 2 teams early in the season, and it's a big spread like that, you just take the underdog. I think that's just like a profitable bet if you do it. I think it's too many points, so I'm with you. I like the Lions. I like them to cover. Probably not to win, but I do think that they keep it close in this divisional game.
I wouldn't overthink it. Yeah, I think that's a good call. All right, we have another 10-point spread. Dolphins, who I've been low on since week 1. And Tampa Bay. Anything you like here?
I think the Dolphins easily could be like one of the worst teams in the NFL, and I think you agree with that. It's a lot of points, but sometimes these high totals against 2 very big mismatches. I'm thinking about the Texans against the Bills, and I'm thinking about the Redskins against the Bills. The Bills had a high spread, and it didn't matter. They blew them out. I think it's the same thing this week. I think that the Bucs absolutely destroy them. So I don't know if I'll bet it. I don't know if I'll place actual money on it. But if I had to take a spread in the game, I definitely like the Bucs to cover the number here.
Yeah, and the Bucs obviously were a very, very popular pick last week. May or may not have been a little Vegas fix-in, but they let the Patriots hang around when they were definitely the better football team. But I don't know. Maybe the Bucs aren't as good as we think because they should have lost to the Cowboys week 1. They got rolled by the Rams. They almost lost to the Patriots last week. I mean, I don't know. They started slow last season too. But with that being said, I'm so low on the Dolphins that I think the Bucs will cover this 10. Like, I've been low on the Dolphins since last season. Everyone loves Tua. He's not even in. I don't think they're good. Moving on, I think the Bucs will cover. Browns, I don't even know what to make of the Browns. At the Chargers -2. I already bet the Chargers money line -130.
Wow. All right.
Yeah.
Like, no even question about it. I think this is definitely one of the most interesting games of the week. I'm very excited to watch it. I think it'll be a lot of fun. I think these are two teams that need to prove themselves this year and beat a really good opponent. And I think this would be the absolute perfect spot for them both for it to happen. It's a very big toss-up to me. I could definitely see either teams winning this game. My initial lean would be to the Browns, actually, because I'm very high on the Chargers. I do like the Chargers,
Off that
absolutely.
Monday night win.
Yeah, like,
Okay.
but I think that they are due for a letdown because they've just been covering and beating everyone. And I think that this Browns team, who I was high on going into the year, and I think they're a great team, I think that they win this game. So we're going opposite. I like the Browns here. You like the Chargers.
Yeah, and I also I don't have the most conviction ever. I just base bet it, didn't do anything crazy, but the Browns beat a horrible Vikings team who I think are bad. I think the Vikings are really bad. 14-7. They couldn't do anything in the red zone. It took them literally like 7 plays inside the 5 to score a touchdown because they got a penalty and just were running the literal dumbest plays ever. And I don't know, they have so much talent on the team, but you don't know what to make of the Browns yet. So I did take the Chargers money line, bought like with the juice -130, but I don't know. If the Browns do win this game, it is on the road. If the Browns do win this game, it'd be a huge win for them, and I wouldn't be too surprised. But I think the Chargers are still trending upwards. I'm gonna keep riding them until they prove me wrong. So you're on the Browns, we're on the Chargers. We'll see how that one goes. All right, we'll move on to another 4:00 game. Bears 44.5-point total. Head to Vegas for the Raiders. I like the Raiders here. What do you like?
No, I like the Raiders too, coming off a loss. I think that the Raiders have a little bit more to prove, and I think that they've had a pretty tough schedule, a lot of primetime games, a lot of good opponents. So I think this is a perfect spot for them to just beat up on this Bears team. Fields is starting, right? They announced that.
Yeah, Fields is starting.
So that's big. I mean, I think this game really comes down to your perception of Justin Fields' stat, which I don't love completely, but unders are like games are super heavy to the under when rookie quarterbacks start. So under would be a little bit something I would look at, but I do think that the Raiders cover the number this year, and I think it's a perfect spot for the Raiders to beat a team that is much worse than them after some tough opponents that they faced earlier in the year.
Yeah, I actually already bet this game. I bet the Raiders first half -3.5. I think the Raiders proved in the second half that they could play with the Chargers, who might be the best team. They just started a little slow. So I think they came back home. It was after primetime loss. They're gonna get ready, focused, back home. I think they're ready. They'll come out hot, and I think they'll cover that first half number. I'm not saying it's a letdown spot for the Bears or anything. I think it's just a big let's get back on track game for the Raiders. So I think they come out hot, up by 4 points or more at halftime.
Yeah, I like that.
Can I sell you on that? Can I sell you on that pick?
Yeah, I like that first half spread. I'll take that first half.
You hear me?
First half. Yeah, no, I like the first half.
Okay.
I like Raiders first half.
All right, we'll move on to the Giants and Cowboys NFC East game. Surprised this isn't a Sunday night game because it is I feel like every 3 weeks this game is Sunday night. Cowboys almost 7-point favorites. What do you like here?
You know, Cowboys have made me a lot of money. I think I'm really like the Cowboys this year, just in general. I think they've just played awesome and just they've had really no really super close games. They've kind of taken care of business in a lot of games. Letdown spot for the Giants. I think I'm surprised that I'm not really surprised the totals is so high, but I think Dallas's overs are just you just take them. So I definitely lean over, and the Giants have proven that they could put up points and score. So I definitely like the over to start. I cannot see the Cowboys losing this game. So I think it's a really good teaser spot.
Yeah.
What was that other game we were talking about teasing earlier? The 7-point dog. I mean the
I'm
7-point
gonna.
favorite. I like
It
that teaser.
was.
I
Oh,
like
here.
that.
This
I
is.
like a Dallas Patriots teaser this week. I'm gonna put
Yeah.
that in right now.
Let me get this back up.
What are your thoughts on the Cowboys in this Giants game?
Yeah, I already teased them the 6-point teaser with someone that we'll get to in the next game. I teased them down to -1 or -0.5. I do think the Cowboys will win this game pretty handily. I just hate to lay 6.5 because I don't have that much conviction and I don't want to get backdoored. So I will go 6-point teaser -110 with the. Guess which one I teased them with out of these two?
Cardinals, Niners, and what's that? And then the Bills and the Chiefs.
No, this game. I teased it with this game.
I would say you tease them with the Niners.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't believe in the Cardinals, basically.
No, I do believe in the Cardinals, but I think this should be like a 3.5, close to 3-point spread. I think Trey Lance is going to play, but still, this is a divisional game. 49ers are a good team. They were in the Super Bowl 2 seasons ago, and they have one loss, and now like they're big underdogs. Like, come on, I'll take them. I got 6-point teaser up to I think I got them at 11. I'll take my chances with that all day. 11 points in the divisional game, which they can literally win outright, and they're in my lotto parlay, 100%.
No, I think that the Cardinals must be due for some letdown at some point, and I think this is a perfect example of a game where the perceptions of both of the teams are skewed in the opposite direction.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that it's a perfect spot to back the Niners. So I like that. I'm with you on the Niners. I'll take that in my spread pool, which I am leading currently. So I like the Niners to cover the number here and maybe a little bit of a letdown spot for the Cardinals. And Cardinals, another team, you just take their overs. I think you just take the over in this game.
Yeah, the 49ers were 7.5-point underdogs last year in Arizona, and they were objectively worse, and they won by like 16 points. So do with that what you want, but I'm going to be taking the 49ers here. All right, Bills and Chiefs. This might be the game of the week. I wish this game was in Buffalo, but it's in Arrowhead. Chiefs 3-point favorite. This can go definitely either way. What do you like here?
Bills, absolutely 100%. I went to school in Buffalo. I love the Bills. The Bills are the pretty girl this year. The Chiefs haven't impressed me that much. They've been horrible against the spread. I think that if the Bills were 4-0, I think that changes things a little bit. But I think the fact that they lost their first game and they know that they can lose and they can't be too cocky and think they're too good, I think the Bills cover the number and definitely have the chance to win this game. And it would have a lot of ramifications for the AFC as to who people think are the best team in the AFC because it's Chiefs Bills. So I think that last year the Chiefs beat up on the Bills. I think this is the Bills' breakout game. I think this is the game that everyone was like, wow, they beat the Chiefs. Sunday Night Football, everyone's watching away. I love the Bills. I love the Bills' money line. I love them to cover the spread.
Yeah, you cut out a little bit at the second there, but I heard you saying you love the Bills and everything. I also like the Bills. The Bills haven't beat the Chiefs the last 2 times they played, so this is a huge game for them. I hope they win this game so then they have a letdown spot next week. But yeah, Bills lotto parlay team for sure. Bills got them up to +9, I think, in a 6-point teaser, but I might take them +3 also. Yeah, I think the Bills can win this game against the Chiefs, who've shown that they can falter and aren't the Chiefs of the past 2 seasons. So yeah, I don't want to overthink this game. I think the Bills can definitely get it done here, but
yeah,
I mean,
and also,
it's scary betting against the Chiefs. But what were you saying?
Yeah, no, and these Sunday night games, that's what I'm a little worried about because these Sunday night games, there's been an obvious side, and the obvious side hasn't covered. So we had the Chiefs against the Ravens. Everyone was on the Chiefs. It was so obvious. Sunday Night Football, Ravens went outright. And then last week, everyone's on the Bucs. It's like the most obvious bet ever, and it wasn't even close. And so I like what Vegas needs on Sunday Night Football. And I'm sure Vegas is going to need the Chiefs, right? I have the splits up. I'll look. No, it's pretty even. So the Bills right now are getting 54% of the bets and 60% of the handle, and the Chiefs are getting 46. Okay, so that's enough for me
It's
to
not
take the Chiefs.
crazy.
Unless anything drastically changes, I'm betting the Bills, and I think I'm going to not side with Vegas, but I like the Bills. And if people are betting the Chiefs, I like the Bills money line. I like them with the points.
All right. We'll move on to Monday Night Football. Colts at the Ravens in my backyard. I will be at this game most likely. Yeah, I think the Ravens. I think the Ravens should roll them. You hear me?
Yeah, no, I got you.
All right. What do you like about this? What do you think about this game?
I think the Ravens are a good team. I think that, again, laying 7 points, you said you don't like laying those spreads. It is a lot. It is a lot in the NFL if you're not teasing it. But I'm more surprised with the total being so low. Like, what am I
Yeah.
missing there? It seems like it should be higher. So then I would lean under, really. But I'm not. I obviously will bet this game. You have to bet every primetime game if you're a gambler.
You have to.
I don't know. I think it's too many points. So just based off it being too many points, I'm going to say the Colts, but I probably am not.
Yeah.
I'm not like rushing to bet the Colts +7, but it just seems like a little bit too much. But I think the Ravens showed they're a very good team and have consistently. So it's a tough game.
Just New England, Baltimore teaser. That's your Monday night bet because New England will cover that teaser, and then you'll go into it with Baltimore -1, and you'll be easy.
No, I like that teaser spot. That works.
Yeah, it's easy. All right, well that's all the NFL games. Broke down the slate for a little bit. Real quick, I'm gonna go into 2 college football free plays. I know Brian doesn't do much college football, so I'll be quick with these games. One of them is actually tonight. It's goes off in just about an hour and a half. We have Coastal Carolina traveling to Arkansas State. I'm going to be laying the 19 with Coastal. They are the number 15th ranked team in the country. They don't really have much more to prove, but they need to win every game and win every game handedly if they keep wanting advancing higher in the rankings. Arkansas State is 1-4, I believe, or 1-3. They played Memphis close, but besides that, they've got rolled every single game. Coastal has played one close game at a good Buffalo team on the road in Buffalo, but I think Coastal should roll them, win by 30 plus. I say they won by like 50 last week against Louisiana Monroe. So yeah, I think Coastal rolls. I don't think 19 is enough points, even though it's on the road. Final free play, UConn, the second worst football team probably in America, laying 3.5 against the first worst football team in America. They play UMass. Both of these teams are horrible. Why do we like UConn? Because UConn just played an SEC team. It was Vanderbilt, who is also horrible, but they should have won the game in Tennessee at an SEC school. UMass is horrible. They lose by 50 every single game. This is probably going to be a close game, but I think UConn will get it done at the end. So those are my 2 college football plays. Went through all the NFL games. That's it. Brian, thank you for coming on. We'll do it again soon. It was a pleasure, and good luck this week.
Always love talking some NFL spreads. Get away from this golf. That is so frustrating and just so crazy. NFL, it's like, sometimes -110 odds are good, but we're having a big NFL week. Shorter, condensed card this week. We're making money, absolutely. We're picking our spots.
What'd you say at the end? I didn't hear you.
I said we're picking our spots. We're picking the right spots.
Yeah.
We're not going to be overexposed this week.
Yeah. All right. It's gonna be a good week. So Brian, I will talk to you shortly. Thank you everyone for watching, and best of luck this week.